Hey everybody, it's Miss Marcy, and I'm back again. Back again with this whole situation with Bobby Valentino and this transgender woman, Reima Houston. So here's some updated information. Well, before I get to that, let me just say this. First of all, being that, I don't know much about the transgender community and things like that, so there's certain things I am ignorant to. And I just learned that it is actually disrespectful to the transgender community to use the word tranny. Okay, so I want to apologize because I believe in my last video I did use the word tranny, and I do want to apologize for that because I didn't know, that was considered disrespectful. Me personally, I don't like to use certain words that are derogatory to certain cultures or just certain y'all know what I'm trying to say. So like I don't like the word fag or faggot. I don't like to use those words. So if tranny is not a respectful word to use to the transgender community, I do apologize. So charge it to my ignorance and not my heart. So anyway, also remember that in the last video that I did with Bobby Valentino and Little Scrappy, I actually found out that those were women in that video. Those were not transgender women in the video with Bobby Valentino and Little Scrappy from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. So I just want to put that out there too. All right, here we go. So anyway, this Reima chick. Now, in my last video about this whole situation, I talked about how Bobby Valentino talked about how he was being extorted, and I'm like, was giving him the side eye, like, I don't know about that. But finding out what I just found out, I think it's true that the Reima chick was trying to extort him, and she did basically set him up. So basically, Reima has a friend named Brandy, and Brandy, I think it's Brandy Barbie doll something. Well, she did a video with another young man. It was a really good interview actually, and she talked about the whole situation that happened that day with Bobby Valentino at Reima's apartment. So basically, this girl Brandy was actually there. Brandy, who was also a transgender woman. Like I said, her and Reima are friends. They're not like besties or anything like that, but they are pretty cool enough to where they was at each other. Brandy was at the house this same time when Bobby came over there. So Brandy talked about it, and she went into great detail. She gave some really good information. So Bobby Valentino did in fact know that Reima was transgender. So I'm gonna let y'all take a look at this video, and then I will be back to finish out my thoughts.
So
right,
let's just jump into it. You are Brandy Barbie Clark.
correct.
Okay. So you were at was it the hotel or was it a apartment? Was that the Darlington girl?
Yeah, that was the Darlington girl. That was her apartment.
So you guys were at her apartment.
Correct.
So you knew Bobby Valentino before this?
Correct.
Okay, so give us a little input on how it all happened and how you got there.
Okay, basically, we were actually coming from Florida. So we came from Florida straight then there to her house, which was in Atlanta. So from that point on, I guess, she had seen me, I guess, talking to him on Snapchat. So I guess
So
I
hold on.
had,
So you've known Bobby Valentino
oh yeah,
for
yeah.
more than just a minute, like for a while?
I had known him for a good 4 years.
You knew him before, and so he was Snapchatting you.
Correct.
And now it was like naked pictures in there. Was that you or her?
That was me, the pictures I sent to him.
So you had sent him pictures before, and he was telling you to come through, and you said whatever you said to him. I guess the video said it was like, you must gonna fuck me good or something like that. So
Right.
he was telling you to come over.
Right.
So how did he end up with her?
I guess because she had seen us talking on Snap. So she made it her duty to, I guess, hit him up. Being a typical. She hit him up And I guess she went from there. He called her. Well, actually, she called him. And then he called back and he asked, oh, are you by yourself? Let me see your body. And, that's when she exposed her penis, whatever the case might be. And within the next 15 minutes, he was at her door. So.
And you were there?
Yes, I was there. I was actually hiding in the closet when he came in.
Well, why were you hiding in the closet?
Because basically, I guess she wanted to make it look like that she was alone. So when he looked around, he had seen me, and that's when me and him had words from that point on. So, I had told him that, I'm not going to give you my phone and all this other stuff. So, he was like, well, I need the phone and, basically, the routine. There was no routine because at the end of the day, the first 2 times I have chilled with this man, I have gave him my phone. And the last 2 times after that, he let me keep my phone because he gave very much, I trust you. I know you're not with no funny stuff or, this, that, and the third.
So basically, when you hang out with him, it is like you give him your phone, and so you can't take any pictures. So you already know that that's how it works.
Correct.
And so now, when they were talking, was he supposed to come over there for money? Was he supposed to pay, or was that?
No, he asked her before he got there. Did you want money or did you want to play just to play? And she said we can play just to play. So for that whole extorting thing, I think that was very, very late. That was late as hell, So I guess due to the fact that she knew that he was not bringing her money, what she was trying to do was blackmail him to get money off of him. So, but there was never no sex. He got undressed to have sex with her, yes. But due to the fact that he got undressed, she thought in her head, okay, if he take off all his clothes, I got time to record him to make it look like something happened.
Okay, so take us into the moment he got there until he was running away, hiding with his penis out. Take us through step by step. He knocked on the door.
Okay, he knocked on the door. He came in. She was already naked because she had a client before he came there.
Wow.
So once he came in, he looked around. I guess he didn't see nobody. So when he walked to the back, he looked in the closet. He seen me. And he had spoken. I said, don't say nothing to me. I had nothing to say to you. At the end of the day, you were supposed to come over yesterday. You didn't want to come and see me because I was at somebody's house. So, then from that point on, I told him, get the fuck out before I punch him in his face. He walked out of the closet back into her living room. And then he asked her from that point on, I need you to go get her phone. So I told her, no, I'm not.
Oh, you're not going to give your phone because he wanted both of your phones.
Correct. But see, she outsmarted him because what she did was she gave him the phone. I didn't give my phone, but she had another phone.
Oh, okay. So now going back. So when he said, I need you to get her phone, and you said, no, I'm not giving my phone, then what happened?
You said what?
So when you told her you're not giving him your phone, then what happened?
She had asked me to go outside. So I was like, well, go outside for what? So she said, just stand by the door. So I had went outside, and within 5 minutes, this man comes running down the hallway and stuff. So she was like, girl, she had told me, she was like, girl, I'm going to blackmail him, try to get money from him. I said, well, it's not going to work because, he's not A-list. So, he's not no one fab. Everybody in Atlanta has been with this damn man.
Right.
Clearly. Every transsexual.
All right. So clearly, y'all, just from based off of what we just heard from Brandy, it was a setup. You know what I'm saying? And Bobby Valentino is not lying. He is being extorted. Well, he was being extorted basically. And it's just really funny how the Reima chick, she's going around doing interviews, and I believe this Brandy girl because Brandy did not reach out to this person, the guy she's being interviewed by. He reached out to her. She didn't reach out to him. You see what I'm saying? She's not going all over the blogs and all over the place trying to sell this story, trying to tell her side or whatever. And I saw an interview with Reima on the Tommy Sotomayor show where he was interviewing her. And she barely even wanted to give up any information. She barely even wanted to talk. And he was getting very irritated with her because it was like she kept on saying, oh, I'm not going to release that information right now. Oh, just, due to legalities and da-da-da-da-da. And then she kept saying, just basically like she got all this juice that she wants to tell, but she has to wait until the right time. And then she asked him, could she do a part 2 of the interview? And then she didn't even come back to finish the part 2 of the interview. She had her so-called PR person come, and he didn't even know what the hell was going on some parts. It was just a lot of things that Tommy was calling him out on that he did not know. It's a really bad look for Reima. And it just looks like a big money grab, also I did a little research on Reima or whatever, because since this whole thing is going on, it's a lot of things about her coming up. Her real name is Erin McCorkle, and it looks like Erin basically is no stranger to being in the media and being at the center of attention for things or whatever. So basically, when she was living her life as Aaron, he attended Winston-Salem University, where he majored in broadcast. There was a situation where he ran for Mr. WSSU. Well, one of the DJs ended up seeing him dressed as a dressed like cross-dressing, and he said, the DJ put out a tweet that said something about, you guys better not vote for him, blah, blah, blah. So it caused a lot of controversy, and then the news ended up covering it. So this guy is pretty much used to getting attention or whatever for the wrong reasons, pretty much, it seems like to me. Not only that, but you can also see a lot of his mug shots online, and he hasn't been, wanted for anything like serious or anything like that, but he just seems like he's an attention whore to some extent. So anyway, also, another thing that makes this situation look bad for Reima is the fact that she, like I said, she's doing so many interviews. So she did an interview with BET. Now I want y'all to go ahead and check this out.
Mrs. Houston, if you could look to our camera, if those were Bobby Valentino's eyes, what would you tell him right now, knowing what you know and have gone through what you went through?
If it was to be business, as was stated, things would have never went the direction they went. If you would have listened to the things that I told you in the backstory before even going through this, as I was so transparent to tell you my dreams, my ambition, my backstory, because you wanted to know what is it that I have I had experience in this field, and I told you where I want to go. Things could have went a different route. People could have you could have even gained more fans a part of that route, being so pro for the things that we as a trans community wanted to do. But apology at this moment doesn't serve justice for me. Justice will be served once you accept the fact that what you did was wrong, and that in order to progress is to also understand that you have to understand that you're not in the right in this situation.
Excuse me, Reima, bitch? No, you're the one who's in the wrong in this situation. Can y'all believe she just did that? She got on national TV with her bare face out and just fucking lied. I hope Bobby Valentino sues the hell out of this girl, because now that I know everything, and now that I've heard Brandy's side of the story, I'm like, because at first, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, oh, well, if he didn't pay her money, then she took the necessary, she took the matters in her hands as she felt necessary. But no, I was wrong on that. Now that I know the backstory, like I said, this situation has extortion and money grab written all over it, baby. How the hell you gonna sit up here and say, oh, he was in the wrong, and as soon as he realizes what he's done, an apology is not? Girl, bye. Listen, you look stupid as hell, because first of all, with Brandy's story being out here, with her recap of the event being out here and going all over the internet, Reima, you look stupid as hell, because it very well contradicts what you're saying. You're trying to make it look as if you and Bobby Valentino had agreed that he was going to pay you for your services, but it was not agreed that he was going to pay you. He asked you, were you just going to play to play? And you agreed. Now, with a witness like that, with Brandy, if they take this shit to court, they're going to definitely use her as a witness. You know what I'm saying? Like, she is stupid. Reima is stupid, and and she had the nerve to go get her a little PR person or whatever. And that's the guy who was on the Tommy Sotomayor's show, and he didn't know what the PR guy didn't know what the hell he was talking about. It was just crazy. And even Tommy was getting upset with Reima when she was on there, because like I said, she kept saying, oh, I'm going to wait to tell this. It's like she's telling everybody she was withholding information. Like, oh, I'm just going to wait to tell this. My story has to come out at the right time. No, bitch. You had to wait on the highest bidder. That's what you had to do. You had to wait on the highest bidder. And it looks like BET was the highest bidder, honey. Maybe Tommy Sotomayor didn't pay you enough, because you sure weren't trying to tell him shit. This is just a lot of bullshit. I hope she, you know what I'm saying? I hope he sues her, and because I think she was wrong. Now that, like I said, now that I know everything, she was wrong. She did not start recording Bobby V until he pulled his pants down. But it was never agreed upon that he was coming there to pay her for her services. No, they were just supposed to just be hooking up. If what Brandy is saying is true, and which I believe is true, because it all makes sense. Because even in the video, everybody kept wondering, like, well, damn, why will Bobby not pay her if he knows that's what the deal was? Why would he not pay her and take the risk of her exposing him like that? Now it all makes sense. He did not come there to pay. He came there to play. Okay? Not pay and play, but just to play. So she waited till he pulled his damn pants down. I tell you, my goodness, girl, you dirty as hell. It ain't no good gonna come to you being dirty, girl. I just feel like if she gets sued, and oh well, that's on her. And I feel like this whole thing is gonna backfire in her face. I mean, I cannot believe. And what the hell was up with her wig and her hair? No, her wig and her makeup. My goodness. Child. But yeah, this is not a good situation for her, and I don't think it's gonna pan out too well. Yes, she did expose Bobby V, because I didn't even know that he messed with transgenders. But it's out now. But she didn't have to do him like that. I'm sorry, that wasn't cool. That wasn't cool at all. I'm on team Bobby V with this one. I'm sorry, I'm on his side with this one. At first I was just like, he just don't want nobody. He messing with them transgenders. Nah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he like what he like. You know what I'm saying? I can't judge the man. But I just think it was wrong for her to try to extort him like that. You know, to try to just, at the last minute, I'm gonna try to get some money, girl. I'm gonna try to get some money. Thirsty ass bitches out here. I tell you, boy, Bobby Valentino and Usher, boy, y'all got your hands full, honey. But anyway, so that's all I really want to come on here and say about this situation. I did not mean for this video to be this long, but it is. But yeah, y'all, this is just BS, honey, straight up. So let me know what y'all think, and drop your comments or whatever. Remember to subscribe and like and share. And again, this has been Miss Marcy. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time, peace.